Last time you guys saw us, we had just finished road tripping through Queensland's north to get us about an hour out of Cairns. In this video, we're gonna spend 3 days exploring Cairns and the surrounding area. We're at our first stop for the day, Josephine Falls, which is about an hour out from Cairns. And we did the same trick as our last video at, what was it called? Big Crystal Creek Rock Slides. And we came super early in the morning, but there's already a few cars here, so it seems like a popular spot. This has been a super beautiful walk, really lush and green. I love how we come to, when I say that, a bit where everything's fallen. So I picked the worst spot to film. Oh, yuck. Oh dear. So we are currently here in line with the bottom pool. I think we're gonna go check out the other platforms first before we head to the pool, because I think this one is swimming. Yeah, swimming, and then platform. We've just made it to the main waterfall section at the creek view, and it's huge. What? I thought it was just one main waterfall area and then the bottom swimming. But this is huge.
And the water is crazy clear and crazy like turquoisey. Normally areas like this would be stained with tannins and whatnot.
And so really murky.
And like even the vines that they have growing on the trees, it's
really pretty here. It looks nice to swim in. Would you swim in this? The good bit is...
Ask me in the morning again when it's been reasonably cold.
It's probably going to be ice cold, but the good sign is that someone is swimming in the bottom pool already. So I'm like, that's a good sign for not being too cold and for there being no crocodiles. I haven't dipped my feet in yet. Let's see. It's really cold.
I don't know. I feel like the people who have swam here this morning do it for other reasons than to have a nice leisurely
Maybe they're doing
swim.
a cold plunge.
Yeah.
It's like the Bay of Fire's cold. It hurts your bones. Maybe I'm being a bit of a wimp. We're pretty spoiled in warm water.
Yeah.
I really want to see a frog. The sign up at the platform said there were, I think they're called lace-eye tree frogs, I'm pretty sure. And I really want to see one, that would be awesome. You suck it up.
I'm not going to take advice from someone who's been in it for 5 seconds. You can do it. Lydia's struggling a little bit. Apparently it's very slippy. She's still trying. 3 hours later. She's gonna do it. 10:25. Oh, this is funny. You can do this! Why does it look like her leg's been bitten off by a shark or something? Now for the moment of truth. I don't want to be seen as a wimpy person. Oh no, this is... No. Nah. It ain't for me. You don't get used to it.
I believe in you. Yes! Go, go, go! So cool. This place is beautiful. Got it. He's got it. Yes! Look at this though. It's so lush and green and beautiful. And we currently have this all to ourselves. Was it good?
you get used to it?
See, I told you.
Jesus, current's pretty strong, eh?
Yeah, the current's really strong. The funny bit is when you do it, it feels so fast, and then you watch it and you're like, ah.
Are you saying that didn't look impressive? It's pretty insane to think that, well, today it's not that busy here.
Nah, it's amazing.
And it's, yeah, like I said, it's crazy beautiful. The camera definitely won't do it justice.
Nah, I won't. It's so cool.
Probably one of the most prettiest waterway things that we've seen.
I like waterfalls that you can interact with. It's got like multi-tiered waterfall, 1, 2, and then the cascades, and then this. It's got the rock slide, and you can swim in it. So it's a major winner.
It feels like
amazing.
I feel like I need to reenact Tarzan and like swing on the vines.
Yeah. It's so cool.
So beautiful, yeah.
Look. Here we go. Okay, we've dragged ourselves away because our next spot is very popular and we're trying to get a spot, and we've been there hours, so
I'm
how
glad
good was
I manned up and went into the water, but I feel like there's a threshold where you can get used to water like being cold, and I felt like that was below it.
Yeah, I thought it was too cold, but once I was in, I felt I got used to it pretty quick.
Maybe we were like moving around a lot, like going up and down the slide.
True, it kept us distracted.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
That was amazing. That was so fun. I'm pretty sure last video I said that after seeing the cassowaries, I was buzzing, and I have that same feeling right now. I'm buzzing, I'm so excited, and I'm pumped to get to our next spot. I think it's even more popular than here.
Yeah.
We had this place pretty much all to ourselves.
Yeah, every now and then there's a person that dropped by. When we first got here, there was a guy swimming.
Yeah.
And then when we were at the higher lookout, there was a lady who was swimming.
And then the ranger came.
And then the ranger came and cleaned the sign.
So there was like occasionally people, but for the most part, we had it all to ourselves. So
yeah,
it was so nice. I'm buzzing. We managed to get a spot at the campground. We are so happy. We were crossing our fingers coming in, but it's actually pretty quiet. We seem to arrive when other people were leaving, and I'm wondering if it's the calm before the storm, because we are here on a Friday night. I feel like it's going to get busy tonight with people coming for the weekend, but for now it's really nice. You can see there's setups in the back. There's the toilet and shower block. There's some other spots around here, and then you can see ours. We've gone really far back to try and get solar out the back, but you can see there's loads of rooms, so someone could easily fit in there with us. And here you go. It's pretty big and pretty empty right now. It is very convenient. It is just behind Wehan, the main area, and our campsite is just up there. Oh, there's a car coming.
Yeah, so we'll...
Watch out, get out the road.
I'm out the road.
It's there. Is it? Oh yeah.
So it's just because it's...
Hang on.
I'll wait for the car. Because it's so close and convenient, we might as well check if it's busy.
Yeah.
So if it's busy, then we'll go back to the van. If it's not, then, you know,
campground's still pretty quiet. A couple more people came in, but we'll go check it out, go on the walk, and then maybe we'll go back for another swim.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not for you, it's for the kids.
Townsville, I got a lovely shot of this kingfisher, and we ran into a lady when we did the nature walk in Canberra, and she had a camera, and she was so excited because she managed to get a photo of this kingfisher there, and she said that she spent years looking for one. So I don't know if they're like vulnerable or like rare to come by, but
Vian was very excited in Townsville. He was like, the bird, the bird.
The kingfisher, the one that the lady showed us.
Okay, I'm hoping this stays in focus. We've had camera issues since the Whitsundays. Our lens has cooked itself.
Yeah.
And we can only have it in a certain
focal length.
And if we change it, the autofocus messes. It's
yeah,
horrible. We're just trying to get our lens to survive until the end of the lap. So fingers crossed for that, but it just cooked itself for the last half an hour. So apologies, but I realized we never properly introed Babinda Boulders. So besides having a cool free campground that we can stay at, it is a super popular swimming spot. It has this big calm water hole that we just popped by. It's a little busy.
It looks like a nice swim. But
it looks really nice. A lot of it's shallow and calm. Oh no.
You're gonna have to turn it off and on.
Our camera is back. It cooked itself again. But like Vian was saying, it looks like a really nice spot to swim. It's really calm, really flat. It's not as pretty as
the one from this morning.
Josephine Falls, and it doesn't have any slides or anything, but it looks like a really awesome spot to just float and hang out and chill. So we're definitely going to go swim there later. But there's actually a walking trail off that swimming hole
to the, I bet you wouldn't be able to guess, the boulders.
Yeah, so
it's in the name.
Yes.
How can they not have boulders?
Well, we made it to the boulders.
That's a nice boulder. There's loads of holes, and then in the holes it like forms like a mushroom. So the turbulence of the water kind of creates like a vacuum and sucks you in. So that's why they don't allow people to swim here, because sadly there's been fatalities and it's quite dangerous to swim here.
But it is beautiful to look at.
It is beautiful to look at.
And it still has that like crystal clear turquoise water that we had this morning.
Like, I don't understand.
We're at the final lookout and it's really sunny, so it's a little bright right now, but Vian and I are having a debate. So I said it reminds me of Elephant Rocks in... I'm getting it on my head, do you see that?
Welcome to Australia.
So I said it reminds me of Elephant Rocks in Denmark and WA, southwest WA. And Vian's saying it reminds him of Pildappa. Now I do see Pildappa because it looks like the Nama holes in the rock, and the rock's quite similar, but my first thought was Elephant Rocks, and maybe it's the water and the rocks, I don't know. Let us know.
I'm no rock specialist, but I'm 90% sure that it's the same type of rock, and similar to Pildappa rock. A lot of it would have been carved out because of the constant stream of water. And like even like Lydia mentioned, the Nama holes, like it's the same thing.
I agree, you're probably right. It is probably more like Pildappa.
Pildappa was probably like this like 1,000 years ago
when it was
or something.
Underwater.
Yeah, when it was underwater. So I mean, it's cool to see the contrast between the two if that was the case.
The sun means that it is not a great time to film, but it is a great time to swim. So I think we should go for a swim.
I agree.
The water I can feel on the pavement feels cold. So
Oh, this is not going to be good.
it's going to be cold.
Oh. I'm in big trouble.
It's cold. Put your feet in. Alright, I know you're probably thinking what the heck, because we're not at Babinda. So when we were at the waterhole swimming, one of the locals told us about Clyde, the local crocodile, and he's always out, or apparently pretty frequently out, sunbathing at this one spot. She told us where to come. Apparently he's famous to all the locals and they love him, and his name is Clyde.
I'm pretty sure I read an article about Clyde like 6 months ago while we were in Tassie.
Yeah, maybe.
Something about a fisherman, like just fishing, and this is Clyde or something, but I might be wrong.
Oh yeah, I think people are saying like, don't be an idiot and be so close to Clyde.
Right.
But we really, really want to see a crocodile in the wild, so I'm buzzing. I really hope we see him. No fucking way he's there. There. He's amazing. Oh my gosh. He is so cool.
This is such a surreal moment. It's definitely one for the bucket list.
I'm like
off.
giddy. I keep like just raving about how cool he is over here. I can't get over it.
Can't believe he's here. But it's crazy. So he was on the sandbank, just chilling, and he dove into the water, and now he's resting his like little snout on the sand. So you can see part of him. But it's crazy how well they disguise and how much smaller they look when they're in the water.
He went in the water and you could barely see him. He looks so tiny.
Yeah.
And it's good that we got to see him before he was in the water, because he's massive. He's awesome. I'm absolutely buzzing. He is so cool. And I feel like I've seen crocodiles online and you can't grasp how big they are. But then when you see him in person, oh, he's so cool. And we've been here ages now. We've probably been here like an hour. But we've spoken to loads of locals who've come through, and they were saying that we should buy a lotto ticket because we are very lucky, because when we first arrived, he was fully out on the bank. Apparently he's only there at certain tides, and he was lay there with his mouth open, and then we were able to watch him slide into the water and almost disappear. He was huge, and then he slid into the water and he looked so tiny. I'm so excited. And the locals said we were very lucky to get such an awesome sight of him. And I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
He has a very cool tail, by the way.
His tail is awesome. He looks like he's having a good time.
Hopefully he's going to get like a snack just flowing into his mouth. He doesn't have to do any work.
Alright, but we've been here way too long.
Yeah,
I think we have to go.
Yeah.
Because we have a very busy day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, see you tomorrow.
Cheerio.
Where are we, Vian?
We're in Cairns.
We set out first thing this morning, topped up our water, did all the boring van stuff, got straight on the road. Took us about an hour to get into Cairns, and it's so funny because we felt so remote driving on the single lane Bruce Highway through all these farms and mountains, and then suddenly we were in like a 3-lane highway and standstill traffic. So I feel like Cairns popped out so suddenly and it suddenly got really busy. It feels like a really big city. At the moment, we're in all of the outer industrial area, and it's really busy this morning. I think I expect it to be a lot smaller, and that always happens with these rural cities. Even with Townsville, I thought it would be smaller, and then it was huge. So pretty big, but the surrounding area in the mountains, it's super beautiful so far. Super quick stop. Vian has ran into Coles to grab some coins. We've literally used all of our coins on all the farm stalls we've been to over the last couple weeks, and I'm sure we're gonna come across more, so we thought it's probably a good idea to stop now and grab some coins. Did you get the goods? Open. You got candy?
Well, we're having road trips, so...
Okay.
Got...
Panadol because we're out.
Because I have to deal with you.
Mean. Snacks. Most importantly, do we now have coins?
Let me get the aircon going. Not that many, but...
Enough.
So...
Oh, $5 and stuff is good. Jeez, Vian.
Well, you don't know. Okay, we're going to Northern Territory, right? We don't know if they have FPOS machines like
They
going.
must, surely.
And
I
then,
guess just in case, you're probably smart.
And then I got.
Lock the car with all that money. You ready to go?
Are you?
Oh yeah. Now this is the tropical north, Avian.
Does it get any cooler than this?
A coconut plantation. It's awesome. I've seen this in so many
This is like
shots.
you search up tropical North Queensland, and this is the spot. Everyone makes it seem like it's kind of like just a random spot,
Yeah.
but it's a resort, and they just planted some coconut trees, and it's
private property. They
Yeah.
say you're okay to come here and take some pictures and stuff, but no drones or anything without
permission.
approval. We have to buy a coconut. I would
Yeah.
have no idea what to do with a coconut.
Shake it about, see if there's water in them.
Doesn't sound like a lot, but there's some.
No, that's a lot. If you ever shaken a coconut in a grocery store, they've been there for months.
I would have no
and they
idea
have
how
no
to
water
open
in them
this.
anymore.
That one feels like less than this one. Do we want lots of water? Is that mean
Yeah,
it's a good
that
coconut?
means it's like.
I'm gonna have to get you to shake these. Shake it.
I should juggle these.
No, you
so
shouldn't.
light.
Right? They're super
I
light.
think if you got bonked on the head, it wouldn't be too bad. I feel like I should
Careful with
juggle
that
these.
coconut. You just miss and it like smashes into the pan.
Just paid $2 for a coconut. We could have just grabbed one off the beach.
Bian, that one looks gross. I wouldn't
get
trust
some off
that
the
coconut. Go on, climb the tree, go grab one.
I feel like I would be pretty decent climbing coconut
Oh,
trees. Like,
dear.
not even joking.
Climbing coconuts. You say climbing coconuts?
Coconut trees.
Oh.
When I was a kid, climbing trees was my forte. So,
I'm not sure if you know this, but you're not a kid anymore.
at heart, I still am, but mentally, I'm an old soul.
Oh dear.
And then
But
my
your
body
body?
is in between. But we have made it to Port Douglas, and we are on not 5 but 4 Mile Beach.
Not 5,
Which-
not 3, not 2, not 1, but 4 Mile Beach.
It's quite funny because there was like a Segway tour, and they have like kite surfing here, and also crocodiles and stingers. So probably not a swimming spot.
It's super popular and seems to be super touristy here, but the tide's really low on the water.
I mean,
I want to dip my feet in though, see if it's
the
warm.
tagline for Port Douglas is where the rainforest meets the reef. So that gives you a hint of where we're going next. Not the reef, but the rainforest. Oh, yuck.
Yo, that's how the crocodiles get you. You stick it in the sand and then they'll...
There's probably mud crabs. The favorite
dinner.
delicacy. Delicacy?
It's kind
Delicacy?
of gross. So I just go barefoot, but then I have a chance.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even bother.
What'd you do if a crocodile just came up behind me?
I'll probably run over and punch in the
It's
nose.
a really nice tent.
Cool.
You punch it. You'd save me from the crocodile.
Yeah, of course I would. Speaking of where the rainforest meets the reef, I vaguely remember watching a documentary years and years ago that said that the rainforest provides nutrients and food for the reef, but I tried to Google it and I can't find anything. So I don't know the validity of that claim, but it kind of makes sense to me, right? It's like where the reef is most like vibrant and healthy
is where it's
the rainforest. So it makes sense logically. But yeah,
let us know if
take
you know
it with
what
a grain of
Vian's on
salt.
about,
But please, if you know, please let us know, because it's going to bother me for the rest of my life if I don't get the answer.
Oh yeah, you'll forget about it in a week. Got the road trip snacks. We've got our coconut well secured on the floor, but we are very tight on time and we have a booking that we have to get to.
Yeah.
So let's keep going.
So hold me tight through the night.
So we've made it further into the Daintree forest, and rather than crossing the ferry with our van and doing some walks there, we thought it'd be cooler to do a river cruise, because they have so many river cruise options that goes for the Daintree, and you have the potential of seeing crocodiles.
There is a resident population of crocodiles in this section of the river. We got names from Scarface, Lumpy, Bung-Eyed Bird, Dusty, Elizabeth, Scooter, Charlotte, Bruce, Fang Marie, Dusty, I think I said Dusty twice, Blondie, the list goes on. They are all resident crocodiles. Biggest crocodiles in here are around about 5 metres long and around about 1 tonne in weight. You go for a swim in here, I guarantee you'll see one of them. I can also guarantee you are going to die. Blind people! Dear oh dear.
Where?
Oh, she's in front of us.
Oh.
Dear oh dear.
Oh, is that her?
Now, certain things really upset crocodiles. Certain colours.
Oh, cool.
Bright pink is one. They'll launch out and snap at it. I'm just kidding, man.
Oh, she's so cute compared to.
All right, so
Clyde.
everybody meet Bruce. Bruce is about a 3-metre female saltwater crocodile. Yes, her name is Bruce. We named it. We thought it was a boy. All right, so what we've got over here is about a 4-metre. This is one of the boys. I'm not sure which boy it is. I think it might be Nate, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. But it's definitely a boy. The girls only get to 3.5 metres and the boys can grow to incredible sizes. They've got a lot of their teeth smashed out, and their teeth get smashed out fighting. Like I see this guy's got little teeth there. I don't know if he's got any bigger ones in there.
That was really cool. I'm so glad we did that, because I felt if we just drove over ourselves and went to a walking spot, we wouldn't have had so much information. It's good to go on a tour and hear from someone who lives in the area and knows it in and out. He talked to us about all the crocodiles, their names, all facts about crocodiles, facts about all the other wildlife that we came across, and birds and what other wildlife lives there, and the plants, and the recent storms. That was December. The storms literally went through everything. That was so cool. And we saw 4 crocodiles.
Yeah.
Right?
2 females, 1 baby.
2
and 1
females, yeah, a baby and a male. It was just, that was so awesome. I'm so happy. And it also includes, because we came at lunchtime, free lunch. So we got sausage rolls and drinks, which was included.
Also, I don't think anyone would believe how cheap this place was.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you look at crocodile tours, majority of them will pop up for Northern Territory, and that would be like $150, $200 per person. Now, in the Northern Territory, they do feed the crocodiles, which is debatable whether that's ethical or not. But in Queensland, it's illegal for them to feed the crocodiles, and I mean, I feel like that is so much better because, you know, they get to live their wild life. And even the tour guide said just then that in Northern Territory, the groups actually have to be somewhat careful because the crocodiles associate the boats as an apex predator and would actually go to it for food, whereas here in Queensland they don't see it as a threat. They're not bothered by the boats whatsoever, but they are highly sensitive and have so many different senses. So when the boat did get up close to it, it would move, or if it's like birds, or if there's splashes in the water, even from like afar, they can sense it. So yeah, be careful around the Daintree River, because even if you dip your toes, these crocodiles will probably come. And sadly, just like pretty much everywhere around the world, European settlers kind of destroyed everything. So the Daintree forest, they mined gold, I think also tin, and then also I believe it is a red cedar or a red mahogany, and they expected there to be 50 years worth of timber foresting, mining, logging, and they managed to do it in 10 years. So yeah.
Good morning, beautiful people. It is another day. Yesterday we made it to Kuranda, which is a small mountain village just outside of Cairns.
Yeah, we were a little exhausted because
we were pooped yesterday.
We kind of drove 5 hours and 17 minutes. I'm sure it would have been a lot quicker if there wasn't roadworks the whole way, but I didn't feel like 5 hours and 15 minutes.
It didn't.
Or 17 minutes. And then all of a sudden it just hit us and we're like, we're kind of tired.
We checked into the Kuranda Rainforest Park, I think it's called.
Yeah, and it is a rainforest.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like, it's so
But we
nice
checked
there.
in and I was like, why are we so tired?
Yeah.
And then we looked at how far we drove yesterday and we were like, that's why.
Yeah.
So we checked into our accommodation, well, our caravan park site.
Yeah.
And we went on the rainforest walk around the property, we had a shower, and then we had an early night, and today we are exploring Kuranda. And we're already at our first stop, which we'll show you very soon. So we're currently at Babinda Falls, and I really thought I was gonna be the one to bring the puns today, because I was gonna come here and say, oh, we're in dry season, so it's barren.
No.
But it's actually flowing really heavy. Wehan, you can't talk, you have really bad puns. It's flowing way heavier than I expected it to. I really thought it would be virtually nothing. So it's really cool to see it flowing so heavily.
I don't know what I was expecting of this waterfall, but take it from me, the Australian waterfall expert. I've seen about a million of them. This one is bloody huge, and dare I say it, one of the best.
Maybe.
It's actually really beautiful. And it's so bloody big.
It's huge.
Like, oh, it's
awesome.
It's wildly impressive. Also, the setting is just...
Yeah. It's in beautiful
we're in
rainforest.
It's pretty wild because it's different trees to like the usual rainforest that we're used to. I feel like Tasmania and New South Wales had a fair few similarities, except for what's the Skywalk Bridge area. That one was slightly different trees, but here it's completely different. So, spotted this sign. It looked like a nest. I didn't read it, and I looked right up, and is the thing that's on the sign. I'm like, oh, that's a nest. And Lydia looks at the wording and she goes, no, it's not a nest. It's a basket fern. And here it says that big pythons live or nest in those ferns, which not sure I want to go underneath that.
The sign literally says that they tell kids not to climb trees with basket ferns in them, because then you'll find a big python up there.
Yeah, and we spoke to a local that lives in the caravan park yesterday, and he loves snakes, and he said that they have pythons here that get about yay thick and used to be up to 11 meters, but now they get up to like 6-7 meters long. So yeah.
But on another note, this is the canopy walk. We're going down to the bottom lookout, but look how beautiful it is. It's right up like amongst the trees, and it's beautiful.
Also, there was a sign there that showed the waterfall in wet and dry season, and in dry season it's very dry and doesn't have any flow. I'm guessing we are here at the start of the dry season, or close to the start of the dry season, so we're very fortunate to have the amazing weather that comes with the dry season, but with the flow of the wet season. But with that, also on the cruise yesterday, they spoke about flooding and whatnot and cyclones. That's another thing. We're driving and it's like cyclone shelter here, cyclone shelter there, cyclone shelter here. It's crazy how wild the weather changes here.
I think especially because we've had nothing but beautiful, sunny,
it's
calm
so hard
weather.
to believe that. It's like crazy ridiculous. I feel like it's like either end. It's like really brutally hot and also really brutally wet.
Yeah, and on the
cold.
river cruise they talked about the impacts of the cyclone and the flood, and said that the river that we were on ended up getting to like 3-4 kilometers wide, which is crazy
and it was like
think.
less than a kilometer, way less than a kilometer wide to begin with. And apparently the tide rose, so it was 0.8 meters, the tide when we were on it, and apparently it rose way beyond 15 meters as well when the floods happened. I think it was over a 4-day period, it received 2,500 millimeters of rain, and in one of the days I think it was either 700 or 900 millimeters of rain in one day. That is crazy. I'll put on the screen how many liters per cubic, well not cubic,
okay, come on, we gotta go on this walk.
Per hour, because that is just mind-boggling. It's pretty crazy here in Queensland. So yeah, if you come to Queensland, probably do come in dry season. Now, I mean, no disrespect for any of the waterfalls that we've seen in the past, but it's pretty hard for me to get blown away by a waterfall nowadays, because we've seen so many amazing ones, and this is truly majestic. It's mind-blowing how beautiful it is. And I didn't even see that like rock face, whatever that thing is, jutting out at the top, and the lower lookout is definitely worth coming to. It would be absolutely amazing to fly a drone here, but there used to be an old hydro dam just down the stream. I'm guessing there's power lines and whatnot, and there's also a cable car flying through right here. I just saw it a couple of minutes ago. It's pretty hard to see the lines of the cable car. And then also there's a train station right here, and while I haven't seen a sign for it yet, we did see online that there is no drone signs. Apparently it was just a nuisance because there's a lot of people visiting here, especially when the trains do start running. So we're going to respect that, because there's lots of infrastructure to worry about and people and whatnot. But yeah, sadly we won't fly the drone, but it's just come and have a look at this place. It's beautiful. Also, another thing, it's completely off topic, but I was expecting to see a lot more Queenslander style homes in Queensland. And yesterday I finally saw a couple. There was a few in Babinda, but they were like 1 meter from the ground, so not quite full on. But when we did the river cruise, I saw a couple on the banks that were slightly more elevated than that. So yeah, it was cool to see. Here's the railway. I believe this railway goes to Cairns. So you can either do the cable car or the train to and from Cairns to here. But it's quite pricey, and we have a van, so we can just...
They also offer it as take the cable car one
Yeah.
way and take the train the other, which is really cool.
And probably cheaper than a taxi, so...
A taxi? You're taking a taxi?
Well, I mean, if you don't have a car
guess, yeah.
or a license, it's probably cheaper to just... yeah.
I feel so silly right now. So we left the falls, we drove into Kuranda, which is really beautiful, by the way. Everywhere is just surrounded by rainforest. It's amazing. And we came to their caravan and motorhome parking, which is great, really easy to park at. And we were gonna go to the markets because Kuranda is known for its markets.
Both of them.
Yeah, they have the heritage markets and then the rainforest markets. We're super excited to check them out. And Wehan was going, oh, what time do the markets open? And I was like, oh, it's 10, it's 10. Don't worry about it, it's 10. We got half an hour, let's like hang out for a bit. And I search them up thinking, oh, let's just have a quick run through like about them and have a look through before we go there. And it says they're open Wednesday to Sunday, and we are here on a Tuesday.
Rookie mistake.
I feel so stupid right now.
I mean, normally with your planning, you're really good, but we changed our plans up and we did drive a lot yesterday, and I feel like there's so many things that we booked and whatnot, so...
Yeah, we ended up moving Kuranda earlier than we thought.
Yeah, so
But,
it's
I can't
small
believe
details
it.
that just got lost in movement of the days, but
I'm so annoyed.
yeah.
But we're gonna have a walk through town and just kind of see what's around, even though the markets are closed. And then we have one really special appointment thing, which I don't know how much we'll be able to film, but we'll fill
Or whether
you
it'll
in.
be awkward or not.
But we'll fill you in on how it goes.
So we just finished up at Bat Reach, which is a rehabilitation and sanctuary for bats and whatnot, and gliders and possums, and mostly bats though. And it was such a beautiful experience.
It was so cool. I feel this whole lap I keep talking about how much I love bats. And I had...
Just insert a compilation here of like, bats! So are they even a microbats?
I just think they're really cool and people hate them. They're so cool. I love that so much. I was genuinely tearing up because I love the bats so much. And if I couldn't love it enough, there's also flying foxes here. And you guys, if you've watched our videos for a little while, you know how much I love bats. I think they are so cool. And then they have a colony of microbats. It is so cool. It's so cool. But I feel like they're really awesome animals, and apparently they're like the best pollinators, and they're amazing for rainforests and forests and etc. Just bats are awesome, and I say it all the time. And I actually had Bat Reach on our list for a while, and we did actually look at volunteering there.
Yeah, but
and they've stopped taking
doing
volunteers.
volunteering. Yeah.
And we reached out and asked if we could pop by. They're not open to the public, but they're open by appointment. So we did book in for an appointment, and that was so special.
Yeah.
We got literally just a one-on-one talk through all the bats and all about the bats they had in care and the work they do, and then actually information on the bats.
Yeah.
And one of the bats was brought out as well, and he had a little biscuit and got to eat. He's so cute.
He's adorable. He is a brat. He's the only boy that lives in with the girls. And he's actually, as much as there's a couple of other little reds in there, he's fallen in love with a spectacled flying fox called Fat Patsy. And he just lays on Fat Patsy.
What a name.
I know, before my time again, but I found him the other day just laying on her back. And I pulled him off because she's looking like, what are you doing? Such fabulous pollinators.
Yeah.
And did we run out again? Did we run out again?
Oh,
So you can see how we use that thumb?
Yeah.
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 Jeez. Cheeky little bugger.
Oh, yes. Well, he knows the routine. Now, I got to hold you. You don't hold me. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Compromise.
I feel like the last few videos I've just said I'm buzzing over every animal encounter, but I'm buzzing over
This
that.
one's definitely a unique one. The
It was
crocodiles,
so
and then
cool.
like we've seen a lot of bats, and it's a little bit different seeing them up and close.
Yeah.
So it's a complete different experience, and yeah,
That's
it's
so
like Lydia
cool.
said, open by booking. I think they do Tuesdays.
Thursdays,
Thursdays.
I believe.
Yeah.
And you just make
Yeah.
a donation.
You make a donation. And yeah.
And I think you can tell by now that our favorite animal experiences are in the wild or supporting
Yeah, carers.
like
or,
carers doing rescue work and everything. And that was just, I couldn't
Yeah.
have asked for a better experience. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Kuranda is also really cool.
Oh yeah, it's such a quirky little town. It almost. Okay, this is gonna sound very weird.
Oh dear.
Margaret River, Nimbin, maybe Stanley, mixed together.
I don't think Stanley.
Maybe not Stanley.
But I agree. It's almost Nimbin-like. Like it's very.
I think it might be
hippie.
the
It's got-
rainforest, and then there's
It's a super quirky town,
Mm.
and the whole town feels like you're enclosed in the rainforest.
yeah.
You don't lose that anywhere, where a lot of towns, you'll have beautiful surroundings, but you don't feel like you're in that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's very submerged in.
And
the scenery.
Yeah, it feels like you're in the rainforest throughout the whole of town. It is just beautiful and lush and tropical.
And everyone's
And
really
then-
friendly. Lydia got offered weed.
Yeah, I got offered weed. All the shops are arts, tourist shops.
Yeah, souvenirs,
Boutiques,
homewares,
souvenirs.
giftwares.
What are they called?
Cafes,
Like essential
right.
oils.
Yeah.
Juices. It's all really that.
Hippy dippy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so cool. The vibe is really awesome here.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it for Cairns.
Yeah.
Guess what we're doing now? We're heading towards the NT. So we're leaving all the beautiful, lush rainforest
For
and
the
doing
red
a lot of
sun-
outback driving.
What do they call it? Sunburnt country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got to go plan for that, and we'll see you in the next one. I would say whatever we're getting up to,
But it's
I
kind of
pretty much just
obvious.
told
It's
you.
just, it's a lot of driving. A lot.
See you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.